I am Mr. Tariq, and now I will help you to overview your lesson today about limits of trigonometric function. First, what do you know about the value of each limit x approaches to 0 cosine x over x plus 2? By using substitution method, so f of 0 will be f of 0 equal cosine 0 over 0 plus 2, cosine 0 equal 1 over 0 plus 2 equal 2, so this is satisfied quantity, so the value of the limit will be 1 over 2. The second one, if you have limit x approaches to pi over 2 sine x over x, by using substitution method, f of pi over 2 equal sine pi over 2 equals to 90 degree over pi over 2, sine 90 equal 1 over pi over 2, it will be 2 over pi, so the value of the limit will be 2 over pi. The third one, tan pi over tan x approaches to pi over 3x over tan x. By substitution about x equal pi over 3, so f of pi over 3 equal 3 times pi over 3 over tan pi over 3. Tan pi over 3, tan 180 over 3 equal 60, tan 60 equal root 3, and the numerator will be pi. So the value will be root 3 by all over 3. So the value of the limit will be root 3 by over 3. Look to number 4 and number 5 and number 6. The first one, limit x approaches to 0 sine x over x. By substitution about x equals 0 sine 0 over 0, it will be 0 over 0 unsatisfied quantity. So the limit of the function as x approaches to 0 from the graph, as x approaches to 0 from the graph. This is 0 on x. Move from left and move from right. The value of the limit approaches to 1. Number 5, limit x approaches to 0, so the limit of x approaches to 0 sine x over x, from the graph it will be 1. Number 5, limit x tends to 0 tan x over x. By substitution about x equals 0, so tan 0 over 0 unsatisfied quantity. So from the graph, move from right and from left, 2 approaches to 1. So the value of the limit will be 1. The next one, limit x approaches to 0, 1 minus cosine x over x. By substitution about x equals 0, it will be 1 minus 1 over 0, it will be unsatisfied quantity. So the value of the limit 1 minus cosine x over x as x approaches to 0, from the graph it will be approaches to 0. So from the graph you will find that limit x approaches to 0 sine x over x equal 1, and tan x over x limit x approaches to 0 equal 1, and limit x approaches to 0 1 minus cosine x over x equals 0. So corollary number 1, limit x approaches to 0 sine ax over x, it will be the coefficient of the angle of sine, it will be a, and the limit x approaches to 0 tan ax over x equals the coefficient of the angle of tan equal a. Let's move to the first example. Limit x approaches to 0, you have the limit x approaches to 0 sine 3x over x. So x must be approaches to 0 to use the theorem. x approaches to 0, sine 3x over x, the result will be 3, the coefficient of the angle. Limit x approaches to 0. To use the theorem, you must find limit x approaches to 0 to use this theorem. Tan 2x over 7. Tan 2x over x equal to over 7. 2, the coefficient of the angle, over 7. So, if you have this example, limit x approaches to 0, sine 5x cosine 2x over x. To solve this example, look to the theorem. Sine ax over x need over x, sine need over x, and the tan need over x, but cosine not. The rule of the cosine, limit x approaches to 0, 1 minus cosine x over x equals 0. So, to solve any example, by divide sine 5x over x, it will be 5 times cosine 5 times x equal to 0. Cosine 0 equal 1, so 5 times 1 equal 5. The next one, tan 2x over 3x, sine 2x over 3x. After substitution about x equals 0, so f 0 equal 0 over 0, unspecified quantity. So the result of limit x approaches to 0, sine 2x over 3x equal to over 3. And here equal, right, 4 over 5. Look to this one. Sine x over 5 sine x as x approaches to 0. I will change the limit of the function by take sine to both sides. So limit sine x approaches to sine x sine 0. Sine 0 equal 0. So sine of sine x over 5 sine x. Let sine x equal y. So y approaches to 0. So sine x here will be y. So limit y approaches to 0, sine y over 5y equal 1 over 5. 1 over 5. Look to the next example. 1 minus cosine x over tan x. So f0 equal 0 over 0 unspecified quantity. I will divide the numerator and the denominator by x. So limit x approaches to 0, 1 minus cosine x over x, divide tan x over x. 1 minus cosine x over x is square number 1, so it will be 0 over tan x over x, it will be 1, so the value of the limit equal 0. The next one, 1 minus cosine x over x apart. F of 0 equal 1 minus cosine 0 equal 0 over 0 power 2 equal 0, so it will be 0 over 0 unspecified quantity. The next step, by divide both numerator and denominator by x, 1 minus cosine x over x, it will be 0 over x, it will be 0, so it will be 0 over 0 unspecified quantity. So I will use here multiply 1 plus cosine x in the numerator and the denominator to solve this example. So it will be limit x approaches to 0, 1 minus cosine power 2x over x power 2